Back by popular demand, 10 essential things that you should not forget when going to Disneyland because most people forget these things.
And don't forget to stick around to the end of this video because the last one just might surprise you. Hello everybody, welcome to RTD Adventures. My name is Brian.
I'm Jacob.
And we are talking about some of the things that are important to bring to Disneyland that a lot of people really neglect.
Yeah.
So when you're going to the parks, the last thing you want to do is need something important and not be able to access it. A lot of people waste lots of money buying things in the park when you could have brought them from home. So we're going to talk about some of those things that you should not forget.
All right, kicking this list off, we're going to start with the spray bottle fan. Now, it gets hot in California, especially in the summertime. This thing will keep you cool. It'll spray water on you. It blows air at you. What more can you want when you're hot? It may seem a little cumbersome at first, and it may seem, you might be wondering, why should I buy one of these? But when it comes down to it and you see someone else using that, in that moment, you really wish that you would have bought one. So just saving you the time, just get one of those. It'll save your life.
And this is one of those products that's sold at Disneyland for a premium price. So bringing your own definitely will help you with your budget. And something else that you may not think about bringing to the parks is bringing your own tradable pins. A lot of times people are going to the parks and buying the starter packs there just to get traders. If you go on Facebook groups and look for cheap, authentic pins, you can get a pretty good amount of them for a pretty good price. Yeah. So bring those with you to help save on your budget. If you want some more information on this, we're actually going to link in the description a video that we did talking all about pin trading in the parks. Help you get a little bit of a jump start on this one.
Snacks. Yum, yum, yum. Now, these snacks are very important. Now, listen. I promise it, not only will it save you money, it'll save you frustration and just feeling upset that your stomach is empty. Things from home that you can bring into the park, things like nuts, crackers, things like that. I'm a father, so when it comes to bringing snacks into the park, it'll also save you lots of frustration with your child still being hungry while you're standing in line and you don't want to step out of line to buy more food. So just do yourself a favor and just bring some snacks.
A lot of times when kids start to get cranky, or even adults for that matter, it's probably because you're hungry or thirsty. Yeah. Having those things on hand can save you a lot of headache. All right, something else that you should remember to bring, especially in the hot season, is some sort of baby powder or body powder. It gets really warm, and if you're sweating a lot, the last thing you want is just to start chafing.
Yeah, uncomfortable chafing.
It's awful. So make sure that you've got
for miles
body powder. Make sure you've got foot powder. Just take care of yourself. This is one of those things that if you don't remember to have this and you need it, you're going to be in a world of hurt.
Yeah, for a long time. Now, in contrast to hot weather, not a lot of people think that it gets cooler in California, and it really does, especially the times where it's out of the summer season. I mean, especially times like when you're going in December. That evening, once it hits, it really cools down. So we do recommend a sweatshirt. Now, you don't always have to be wearing them into the park. However, probably in that season, you might be wearing it in the morning and take it off for the afternoon. But at least bring a sweatshirt. If you have a bag, backpack, put it inside of that. Once it starts to cool down, take it out, put that sweatshirt on. It'll be really nice to wear in the evening time.
So how about bringing a towel or a blanket with you?
You can think of that.
This one is really important for kids and strollers, right? Your kid's probably going to be wanting to take a nap at some point during the day, and just being able to drape that blanket over the stroller and keep the sun out of their eyes, that can help them get a little bit more sleep and just it's going to make your whole day easier. When the kids can take a nap and they can feel well rested, that's going to make your day go a lot smoother.
Did we mention it gets hot in California and that the sun is very out and about in California? Now, something that's very important that may seem very obvious is a hat. You want to protect your scalp, make sure you wear a hat. It also will keep you cool when it's really hot. I know we talked about that quite a bit in this, but it really is a lifesaver. Wearing a hat, they have hats that you can buy at Disneyland. They're a little spendier, especially when you want to look like Indiana Jones. However, you could save a lot of money just by bringing your own hat. Now, people are dirty. And what I mean by that is that you need to bring sanitizing wipes or the sanitizing soap that you can, rub on your hands while, in Disneyland. Especially if you're just about to go, with your family or by yourself into a restaurant where you're about to eat, or just in general, washing your hands is very important, making sure you're sanitized. Using those throughout the day, will make sure that you do not get sick.
And if you've ever been to Disneyland and tried to eat during a busy time of the day, you know that tables are really hard to come by.
Yeah.
So there's not always an opportunity for a cast member to get to that table and clean it off before you've got to jump on it and save your spot. So having those sanitizer wipes to clean the table off is going to be just a good peace of mind. When you're walking around at Disneyland all day, even if you've got the most comfortable pair of shoes, you may end up developing blisters. So having blister Band-Aids is possibly going to save your entire vacation. Okay, don't need to bring a ton of them. Just bring a few for you and a few for each person in the party. Hopefully you won't need them if you've packed the right kind of shoes and if you've broken those in before your trip, but it never hurts to have a few of those on hand just in case. And our last tip, possibly the one that a lot of people miss, is bringing an extra duffel bag with you.
What?
If you're flying.
Why?
Okay, so if you are going to Disneyland, odds are you're going to be buying a lot of souvenirs. And odds are your suitcase is already packed full on the flight there.
Yeah.
So if you need to pack all those extra souvenirs and get them home, having an extra duffel bag that you can put stuff in and pay for an extra checked bag is going to be a lot cheaper than having to ship all those souvenirs back to your home. So pack that duffel bag, just stick it in your suitcase or your backpack, and if you need it, great, it's there and you can pack all those extra things in there. If you don't, oh well, you came prepared. So there's so many different things that are needed at Disneyland. Now, obviously not every person's gonna need every one of these items, but they're all things that you should at least consider before going to the parks. And speaking of other essential items, we've got another video talking all about other essentials that you should bring to Disneyland. So we're gonna put that up on screen here. Don't forget to click or tap. And as always, you guys,
Thanks for watching.